Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to be making a fabric hair bow. It's basically a tuxedo bow, but this is made out of cotton fabric. You can make it out of flannel. You can make it pretty much out of any pliable material, like any material that's going to work. You could basically make them in any size that you want. This one here is roughly 6.5 inches. This one here is approximately 5 inches, and this is what I personally consider as a piggy, but it's all preference on what you like. So this one I've kind of already I took it apart. This one was it's about an 11.5, 12-inch piece by 7.5 inches. So I'll show you the bow. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and just fold it in on each side. So then you have a flat piece. This one's actually pretty easy because it kind of had already a grid line from the design, and so it was easy to just kind of decide where I wanted to place it and make sure that it was even. I typically do iron my cotton fabric before I make a bow, but because this one was already folded, I went ahead and just left it, and I didn't fold the other one that I'm going to use. But yeah, you're just going to go ahead and fold it to the middle on each side. And you don't have to, because it's going to be covered in within the fold, so you're not going to see it anyways. So then you're going to go ahead and just fold it in again to the middle. Now on this one, you do want it to overlap about a 1/2 inch. You're going to want to see an overlap there. And that's so that way you have something to sew onto. So once you fold it over and you have it overlapped, so this bow is going to be about 5.5 inches. It's going to be about 5.5 inches once I'm done with it. So on this particular bow, I am going to do 3 peaks. And you hear me talk about 3 peaks a lot, but you're going to go ahead and just do 1 peak, 2 peak, and 3 peak. Now, if you're making a bigger bow like this one, you'll see it actually has 4 peaks. 1, 2, 3, 4. But on this size, 3 peaks is definitely enough. So you have 3 peaks. And on this one, I don't sew it through the through the in out. Usually I reserve that for once I get my pinches or my peaks, and then I'll just go ahead and sew through the whole bow. So once I have placement, you can go ahead and just go through the back, so that way you know that you've caught this overlap, and just stick it all the way through. I'm using red thread on this so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then you're going to just go around two or 3 times. And then you're going to just tie it off. And I do mine twice. And that's really all there is to it. These bows are super easy, super quick. As for the center, once it's here, and you want to, you pick whatever clip that you're going to use. You can use a clip with teeth and just put it and then I sew, but you could glue. Some people don't mind gluing. For fabric bows, I prefer to actually sew them shut. Let me show you one that I have finished. So this is basically how I would finish the back of my bow. I would just go ahead and sew it through together. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and make one more, just in case. Okay, so this piece is 12 by 7.5. And you're gonna go ahead and you could fold it in half if that's easier for you, and give yourself your crease. And then you're gonna bring up to the middle. And then bring this one to the middle. Now, if you wanted this bigger, you can maybe not take it quite to the middle as you would on the other ones. And this is actually just going to make it wider, unless you cut it longer. So then, for the sake of this bow, I'm going to go ahead and just take it to the middle, for the sake of the instructions. At this point, you could actually iron it if it makes it easier for you to work with it, but it's not necessary. And then you're going to go ahead and just fold it to the middle, and you can mark the middle again. Fold it in half. Find your middle. Okay, it's marked right there. And then you're going to just bring this in, and you're going to overlap it just a tiny bit. And then the same thing with this side. You're going to bring it in and overlap just a tiny bit. And so now you should have one little square. And this square is about 3 3/4 by 5.5 inches. And then you can grab it from the middle and pull your crease up, or you can start at the bottom. You could crease, or you could call it a pleat. Pleat, pleat, pleat. You want to do it by half. Fold it in half. Fold it in half. And then down. Flip it over. Increase. Take your thread, run it through. And then just go around a couple times. So there you go. And I didn't cut a center ribbon, completely forgot, but this is where you would just put your center ribbon. You could play with the sizing to your preference, to what you like. If you want it shorter, you definitely can make it shorter. If you want to make them fatter, you can make them fatter. But that's how you make a fabric bow tie hair bow. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave your comments below. And please make sure and hit the subscribe button so that way you get notified when I post a new video. Have a great day.